Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Right. Like I said, I don't want to take up too much of your night. I just want to ask one more question, and this is kind of random given what we just finished talking about. But like, what would you say is like one of your favorite poems that you ever wrote, and why?
Feeling for there.
I like it when I make people think.
I feel like I got two favorites right now. Like,
Okay.
I feel like every chance I get, those are the first ones in my head where sometimes I got to stop myself and be like, I feel like people just heard this.
Uh,
Uh, but it's the one that you had commented on that I posted, those two. So one is called Until You Love You, and then the other one is called Deception. Funny because they're both about the same person, but definitely on completely different ends of the spectrum.
and
So it's crazy how people can, inspire completely different things. But I think I really did my thing with the metaphors and whatnot. And
that,
I have videos for both of them on TikTok. I'm trying to think which one was it that kind of did better than I expected. The Until You Love You one, that one did numbers compared to my other videos. But yeah, I would say those are my favorites because it has that 90s, early 2000s feel with a lot of the metaphors I threw out there where it takes people to their childhood and I can connect with them of just kind of taking them on this journey of oh, she's spitting, but also I didn't expect her to bring up recess or I didn't expect her to bring up, all these different things. So I would say those two are definitely my favorites right now, where if somebody were to be yo, put up some of your best stuff and go spit at this open mic, it probably would be one of those two or both.
okay, cool. And you are pretty slick with the metaphors. I like that.
I'm telling you, when it comes to them breakup ones, because deception, oh, I had my pen and was like, you know what? We finna get this all out.
Yeah. Yeah. I know for me, when I'm feeling extra clever, I start using really big words and I start putting them together.
Because you gotta make sure people know you're not playing.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure.
Do you have a favorite bar, like off the top of your head? Like, what's a favorite bar that you've written?
Um, Actually, it's a couple of them that's coming to mind now. So this is the first one that came to mind. So it says, you want to be a dog, but I'm a vet you. I'm on my Dr. Doolittle shit. I'm setting boundaries because you always do little shit. So that's one of my favorites. There's a couple more, but that was the first one that popped up where I can be like, okay, I have a good starting point.
Yeah.
But girl, I was mad when I wrote that. And I was like, I went back, read it, and was like, hold on, I just did something.
You did it.
Another one that I'm working on, this poem isn't finished, but I'm working on doing a motivational poem for men. And I want to have some Marvel metaphors sprinkled in. And hopefully I don't mess this up because, again, it's not finished, so I don't have it memorized or anything. But my favorite one out of that one from what I have so far is, you made of Iron Man, you handle everything with ease. Even the largest dose of pepper couldn't make you sneeze. So that's my favorite one from that one where I was like, oh, I feel like I done did something because, pepper, but then also pepper. So yeah, those are a couple favorites. I still need to, of course, like I said, finish that one. But those are the first two that just came to mind.
Okay, yeah. That first one made me, that I feel like we around the same age. Back in the huh? You say what?
I said he is.
Okay. Okay, bet. So you gonna get me. You know the dude that would rap on YouTube, and the raps would not be that good, but everybody would. No, not him. Not him. No, he would be the dude with the glasses that would stand in the crowd, and his bars would be like,
oh, I
think so.
Him, the one where he'd be like, but I'm not a rapper. Him?
Yeah, and he would find out.
Yes, I used to love his videos.
Yo, after the first one, I wanted to fall out and do that, but I'm not trying to hollow. What?
That should be such a oh
yeah.
Are so extra. It was one video where his friend got right in the camera. Was just like,
yeah,
if he did the best thing ever, I'd have knocked my earring out. They were so freaking dramatic, but it made the video so funny. It was just like so cocky, and it's like, dog. Not ever.
Exactly. I see. She tried to spite me. Right? If she like what?
Like, what? He had come out of nowhere with props. I'm like, sir, where did you just get a whole plate from? Like, his videos used to be so fun. I wonder what he's up to. It's always crazy how people can just be like these huge sensations and then they just like, we just stop hearing from them.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how that happens though. I think some people go just live their life with their money and just like,
Yeah,
you're right.
I don't blame them.
I don't either.
I feel like I wouldn't want to be like famous to the point where I can't do simple stuff like go in Walmart. Like, feel like making a certain amount of money is cool, but I would want to be able to just do regular stuff. Like, why are so many people around me at the post office? I just wanted some stamps. Like, I don't want to do all this. Like, I want to just do regular stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, because like in real life, like what's so funny, I remember I was talking to one of my coworkers and it was the type of work I do. And I was just like, yo, dude, I need you to get straight to the point because I don't like talking. He was like, you do an entire podcast. How do you not like talking? I said, yo, Phil, I don't like talking.
That's different. Because work, that's a different type of talk. That ain't the podcast. The podcast is your passion. So it's like, I definitely get that. The same way, like, I feel like sometimes people will expect you to, like, if you're into something, they expect you to want to do that every single day. So with me, I'll have like events I'm going to, networking and stuff like that. And then I might have a day where I'm like, okay, I might have did 4 different events this week and then went to the gym and everything else. And then my friends might be like, hey, what are you doing Friday? And I might already have the thought process of like, I'm not doing anything that day. I'm exhausted. But their thought process is like, we haven't done anything all week. So if you are work at this time, we finna go here. I'm like, whoa, you don't just make decisions for me. I love y'all, but I also need a break. So it's like sometimes people don't get it. They like, okay, well, she was outside Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. She outside too. I'm tired. I need a break. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Like sometimes people don't get it. They see you doing something like, oh, she just want to keep going. Kind of want to rest. Don't want to do all that.
Exactly. Because I mean, and again, going back to the idea of purpose, right? It's levels to purpose. Purpose isn't just one thing, right? Purpose isn't one thing. You could be that. I mean, I think that's the same way how, like, say, for instance, if you see like an actor, or artist, or whatever, it's just like, okay, Will Smith was a rapper, an actor, a comedian. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like all these things because, and you know what I'm saying, at the same time, like a father, a husband, and whatever else he is. But exactly, you know what I'm saying? So when you see things, it's levels to purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be doing one thing, but you also got this, that, and the other, and the other. And I think that's what makes purposes so cool, right? Because it's not all tied up in one thing. You could go like I could go write one day, do the podcast the next day. I could be editing. I could be hanging out with my friends. Like sometimes I just need to be a good daughter or a good friend or, you know, whatever. It doesn't always have to be like get on the camera and talk. I don't want to get on the camera and talk every day. Partner, I'm shy. What? I don't want to do this all the time. And I don't have to do this all the time. I get to just go with the flow at what I'm feeling in that moment and enjoy life. And I think that's like the funnest part of life once you hit this like freedom.
Yeah, you're doing what makes you happy, but you also get to feel free. And there's such a beauty in that because you have the full control over how much you do, how little you do, when you take breaks, et cetera, et cetera. Like it's literally you call the shots, but it's a part of you. So that's a beautiful thing to have in your life.
For sure. Well, I think on that note, I think it's a good place to go ahead and wrap it up, man. I appreciated talking to you today. It's always fun when I talk to you. I enjoy it.
We have so much to talk about. Like, it feel like I've known you for so long. It's crazy.
I know, right? But I feel like, yeah, as we get to know each other, I feel like we got a lot of common, low key. So
no, it really does sound like it. I'm like, we the same person. We live the same life.
It's kind of like it. It does. It does. But I appreciate you coming on here and talking to me. Like I said, you're more than welcome to come back anytime. I would love to have you back. anytime.
I would love to be back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We're like interview, like we're literally just talking.
That's what I wanted to be. That's what I want.
You didn't tell me to wear my Pac-Man shirt, but it's cool.
Oh, you got a Pac-Man shirt?
Not that exact one, but
It was Pac-Man.
I see how it is.
We gonna go in there next time. Next time we gonna get.
It's lit.
Yeah. Okay. What did the mean girl say? We wear pink on Wednesdays.
Oh my gosh. So remember, okay, so we were talking about like my birthday shoot the other day. So like part of what I did was I bought a burn book of Amazon, and my theme was like one of the captions I had put up was like, here lies everything I'm like laying to rest for my 20s, because this was last year for my 30th birthday. So you just made me think of that.
We be on it. We be on it.
Here. We locked in.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Do you want to let people know where to follow you on social media?
Yeah, so you can follow me at Instagram at caramel_300. You can also follow me on Facebook, TikTok, as well as YouTube at my poet name, which is Eloquent Pearlfection. Eloquent, ELOQUENT, Pearlfection, literally the word pearl, and FECTION. Hopefully y'all can spell pearl. If not, I got hooked on phonics. Hey,
it's all good. I'm gonna put it in.
Tap in, stay locked in. I got lots of things coming up that I'm really excited about. Oh, and I will be guest hosting a show on August 4th. It is the Can I Get on the Mic open mic at Too Much Sauce in St. Louis. That is a Friday at 8 p.m.
Bet. You asked it for me. I was literally about to ask, was there anything you wanted to promote? I know you've been doing shows.
Yes,
on
busy out here.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? But we gonna get you back on my calendar so you can be back here.
Exactly. We gonna have more to talk about. I don't even want to get off right now.
Okay. Look, if I ain't have to get tomorrow's episode out, I might keep talking, okay? But you know, we gonna see you at the expo too, right?
Huh?
We gonna see you at the expo too, right?
Yes, most definitely. And I should definitely have that male motivational poem ready by then, so I can add more to the Iron Man bars and whatnot. So it's lit. I'm excited.
Okay. She about to drop hot fire like dot line. Okay.
Yes, because I spit hot fire.
Y'all, if y'all looking to follow me, you can find me at MarissaY17 on Instagram, Marissa the Thinker on Facebook and YouTube, and then Thinker versus Speaker at Thinker versus Speaker on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I think that's everything. Y'all know I don't get on TikTok. Did you have anything for the people before we get out of here?
I would say to just, focus on learning yourself if you feel like you still don't know who you are. And as you figure out who you are and what you like, you have no clue where life might take you. You might end up on a journey that you didn't expect, but it might be one of the most amazing journeys that you've ever been on. So just allow yourself time to get out of your comfort zone. And, that can be one of the greatest choices you ever make, is just trusting and taking a chance on you.
Absolutely. Do not be afraid to take that chance on you. It might actually be one of the best things that you've ever done for yourself.
Yeah, it might pay off. Literally, it might pay off.
Literally. Yeah, that's very true. My dad, I remember, Lord, so I had family in town for my birthday, and I was sleeping on the couch. And I was sleeping on the couch. My dad comes downstairs at 6 o'clock in the morning on the day of, no, this is right before my birthday. This is right before we go to town. That's why I was on the couch. And he said, see, the thing about what you're doing here, he was just like, the reason why people are successful sometimes, and I don't know if you realize it or not, is when people find something that they love, they do it. And, it's a difference between doing something to do it and doing something because you love it. And some of the most successful people are doing what they love, because what they love doesn't feel like work. and they allowed that to bring the money for them or to bring the success in for him. He didn't say money. He allows the love of what you do is what brings the success to you. So find something that you love and don't be afraid to do it. Even if it feels crazy, even if it feels outside your comfort zone, even if you looking at it like, I don't know how I'm going to get there. Look, just start with step one, go one step at a time. And before you know it, you will be living in your full-blown purpose, experiencing something you never imagined before.
That's very true. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. I got all this from my daddy. I'm just sizzling in here running around the world.
Dad's be on the stuff every now and then. Every now and then you be like, hold on, that was good. But I feel like it always be like an unexpected moment where you don't even realize they finna throw something deep out there and you be like, wait a minute, something's happening here.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Literally, this is the reason why this is conversational actually comes from my dad and my grandfather. My grandfather was a pastor, and my dad is, I mean, essentially like me. He spent so much of his, like, one of his things raising us was to always talk to us and like get us to understand life, because he always says, when I'm gone, this is what you'll have, is these conversations. So, you know, even if I tell you something that you don't necessarily like, these will be the things that stick with you. And when I was younger, I was so defiant because I felt like I knew everything and I didn't want to hear anything. And as I got older, I realized a lot of the things that he said actually had a lot to it. And they were really like impactful things that he was telling me. And that's what was like, damn, he was on to something the whole time. He was on to something the whole time. And that's kind of like what inspired it, those talks that I would have with my dad. So that's why it's not like an interview, conversation.
Yeah. And that kind of like good feel without, you know, not having like all that pressure, it just flowing easily.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I feel like I always felt like when you have like a conversation with someone, like a deep conversation with someone, and you're sitting there and you're talking about life, you don't know what's going to come up. And that's another reason why I don't really plan for the episodes like the way, and that's why I'll make an interview style, because when you have a conversation, it's so much more that can be gained that wasn't expected.
Yeah.
And that's why
it's more organic.
Yeah. Because you never know what's going to come up. If you're just going with the flow, you know what I'm saying? You'll probably get more than that in some staged question that I can ask you that somebody else has asked you over 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's more impactful to get the real, the authentic out. Other people can ask the interview stuff.
Yeah. But that's you staying true to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the best person to be.
Yeah. It's the only person I know how to be.
Right. And the only person you should be. Everybody else already taken, and that's what's going to continue to put you in a position to thrive, is because you're not trying to mirror your show based off what somebody else is doing. You're like, hey, this is my style. This is what feels right to me. This is what makes sense to me. And so because it has that authentic and organic feeling of what you want to do in it being your show versus being like, oh, I look at this YouTuber all the time, I'm going to ask all the questions she asks. No, you doing what makes sense for you. And that's what's going to continue to help it to grow.